Aloha, everybody. This is Cathy Bilsky, the Quantum Leap Let Light Unite show. And this is January 11th, 2019. How cool. Tonight, I have a really cool show for you. And I have Ellen McDonough on, and we're going to talk about PureLight audios and how that can transform your life. Now, you know, she sent me some information, and there's this really catchy line that I really like, and it says, "Everything is energy. Match the frequency of the reality you want, and you cannot help but get the reality. It can be no other way." And that's Bashir. And I got some questions going to ask you about that, Ellen, later on. Now, this is about PureLight and audios to transform your life. Now, can frequencies help you heal, attract abundance, clear belief patterns, and shift your perceptions? The creators of Pure Life, a free app, believe they can. They have gathered together some of the world's most renowned energy healers to promote their frequency-infused audios in one easily accessible place. Many of the audios you will find on the app are free. God, I love that F word. It's their conviction that frequency-infused audios are a viable tool that can be used to shift virtually anything in life. And truthfully, when healers give away their energy work, they are totally in alignment with the Creator, and they're doing service. And they're not saying, I'm only going to take care of you if you have a lot of money. They're saying, no, I'm going to service you for no matter what your income is, and here's the information, do what you wish. I'm giving you kudos, Ellen, for doing this. Now, artist
Thank you.
Ellen McDonough, the app's creator, used frequency-infused audio in her own healing and has found these audios can help to expand consciousness, attract abundance, clear limiting patterns, release stress, enjoy deep sleep, and generally improve health. And I think I saw in somewhere that you can also attract your divine mate. Whoa, ladies, your ears are perking up. I can hear you. Now, science has agreed that the world around us is compromised of vibration, energy, and frequency. Even our thoughts, feelings, and beliefs have their own unique frequencies. However, the experiments of Dr. William Tiller and Dr. Masaru Emoto have taken the step further. They have proven that thought frequencies can be imprinted onto physical objects, even onto digital recordings. Audios infused with healing frequencies transmit these high energies in training our consciousness and energy field to new possibilities and subsequently causing our physical reality to shift. The PureLight app serves as a marketplace for frequency-infused audios where users can browse categories, browse healers, and search for whatever they need. And again, many audios on the app are free to download. The healers on PureLight each have their own screen, as does each audio track. The app has a dedicated audio player, so it's possible to listen to single audios and make playlists. When audios are downloaded, the instructions for how to use the audio are downloaded as well. So some of the audios contain talking, others contain light language, binaural beats, soft music or voice toning, and others are completely silent. Some require active listening, but many can be looped during the day or while sleeping with the volume lowered or muted. Results can sometimes be achieved instantly, and for others it may take longer for frequency and entrainment to create shifts in their lives. This is the latest in consciousness technology and very effective for creating positive change, not to mention fun. Well, welcome, Ellen. What a brilliant idea.
Hi, great to be here. Thank you.
You also do Reiki.
I do.
So I have to ask you, what came first, the Reiki or the working with frequencies?
Oh, well, the Reiki came first, and then it was, I don't even know where to begin with that one, because I guess the inspiration. Well, if it's all right, let me just like explain what PureLight is to just expand on what you said.
Uh-huh.
Okay, well, PureLight is a free app, and it is available for both iOS and Android devices. And as you mentioned, it's a marketplace of audios that are infused with very high spiritual frequencies. And when the audios are played, these frequencies are transmitted, and they help to create positive change for the listener. And, as you mentioned, positive change can be anything from money miracles to looking and feeling younger, better health, better sleep, increased psychic ability. I mean, for pretty much anything in life, anything you want to create, there are frequencies you can download to help create that result. So the app allows users to browse and search different categories, and I mean, just, whatever you want. We have, I don't know, about 350 audios right now and counting, and many more in the queue, and well over 30 free audios. So there's really no risk. It's a free app, lots and lots of free audios, because I really do I know from my own experience, and I can talk more about my own experience with these audios, but I know them to be a very effective tool for creating positive change. And I really want users to just experiment with them. So that's why I wanted all the healers to offer at least one free audio. So there's plenty to choose from that's just free, and you can just play around, and all the healers have their own unique style. So, just experiment with the different styles and see what healer you resonate with. So it's really fun. And like you said, the app has its own audio player. So the user just has to tap the Get It button, and the audios are downloaded directly to the app, along with the instructions for how to use, which is very important, because these audios are not like typical music tracks that you would get on iTunes or, Play Store or wherever. Rather, because they're infused with such powerful frequencies, it's like energy medicine. And just like a supplement would have instructions for how to use, so do these audios. So the user always has that for reference. And I can get more into the different ways to use them in a second. But, the instructions are always there. So, that's PureLight. And then I can segue into my experience with frequencies and these audios.
What I'd like to back up just a little bit, and if we could get into some of what the audios are, because I'm not sure everybody understands, can you explain what a light language would be?
I'd be happy to play a sample of light language, because it's kind of, later on, but light language is many say it's the original speaking in tongues, where the very unique sounds are made. And this light language carries with it light codes. And to your conscious mind, it makes no sense. But to your body's consciousness and your innate intelligence, it makes perfect sense. And your body and your energy field just absorbs those frequencies. And then, it creates positive change. So I'd have to play a sample later to explain it, but it's quite amazing.
So binaural, is that like more with drums?
No, binaural beats. Binaural beats. It's more like a pulsing, and the listener would use headphones, and then that would help to put the user in a certain state of mind, so that they're more receptive to the frequencies.
Now,
go on.
Oh, sorry. I've worked with frequencies before, and what really excites me about what you have is that all you have to do is listen. Now, are there any frequencies where you're supposed to put them on something on the body, so the body gets it really direct?
No, you don't have to. these are, audios that are infused with very powerful energies and intentions. And when they're played, and there are different ways to use them, but basically when they're played, the frequencies are transmitted, and then, over time you start to entrain to these frequencies. And they, and then your reality starts to shift. So there are all different ways to listen. I mean, some do require active listening. Vast majority can just be played on a loop during the day or even while sleeping with the volume lowered or just muted. And then you can just bask in the high frequencies. And then some you're not supposed to loop because the energy is so strong. You're supposed to gradually build up to it. A few do require headphones. Vast majority do not, but that's why the audio instructions are included, because it's very important to follow the instructions for the best results. So if it says don't loop, because, these are powerful frequencies and it could cause detox symptoms, for example.
Now, when you say detox symptoms, what are you talking about?
Well, the audios will kind of blast your field with very high spiritual frequencies, and then anything that doesn't match that frequency will come up to be released. So, and that's called, that's what detox symptoms are. So physical detox symptoms would be, for example, needing a lot of water as your body's like flushing out these toxins, or you could feel very tired or achy. Emotional detox would mean, feeling kind of moody, or old memories coming up. Maybe old traumas, it just kind of like rises to the surface. Anything that's kind of like deeply buried in your field kind of rises to the level of the conscious mind to be processed and ultimately released. So that's why, if the audio instructions say don't loop, then don't loop it. It just means that it's going to be pretty powerful, and you don't want too much detoxing at once. So that's.
Have you ever tried combining that with homeopathy? The frequencies?
I haven't, but others could. There is actually one healer on the app that puts the Bach frequencies in her music. So,
okay.
Yeah, I was very interested. But if anyone's interested, just go to PureLightAudio.com, LIGHT.
So what are some of your experiences?
I can go into how I got the idea for the app because of how the audios have helped me.
I would love it.
So, okay. Well, it started around like mid to late 2000s where I went through a whole series of adrenal burnouts. And I know now that's pretty common for anyone who's highly sensitive and empathic like me. I didn't know it back then, but around like the late 2000s, it was like my body just said, that's it, no more. And I was just left with severe adrenal fatigue. And not only that, but about 100 bizarre symptoms that no one could explain, let alone cure. And I saw every health practitioner, every healer, and pretty much all I got were baffled looks. And it was extremely frustrating. And it was just like bizarre stuff, like, I don't know, my right eye would be super dry and my left eye would be fine. And then next week it would be the opposite. It was just really strange stuff. Dietary changes helped, but it definitely did not cure. And it just dragged on year after year after year. And suffice it to say, these years from, mid to late 2000s through the early 2010s were very, very dark and depressing for me, and just feeling so hopeless. And, just one long dark night of the soul. But it was around, 2011 or so that I started hearing about audios that were infused with healing frequencies. So, as you mentioned, I had done Reiki, so I was used to energy work. So I figured I might as well try them. I've tried everything else. So it was kind of at the end of my rope. So I bought a few and I started working with them, and the results were pretty amazing. Even even almost miraculous, because, and the results were all a little bit different. The experiences with them were a little bit different. Some I would listen and I really did feel like palpable white light energy coming through. Like I really was being blasted with light. And then, as I mentioned, in the days following, I had detox symptoms. Old memories would come up. I'd be a little more tired than normal, and I had to go with it. And then after a few days, I felt much better, like something dark left my field. And sometimes I would know the memory, and other times I didn't. But I would always feel better afterwards. And then others, there really were no detox symptoms. I would just play on a loop while I slept, and I would wake up the next morning feeling so much lighter. Like, some energy weighing me down had just been lifted. And I never knew what it was, but I didn't really care. Looking back, I'm 99% certain whatever left my field did not belong to me to begin with, because I am extremely empathic, like I'm sure a lot of your listeners are. So it was great to just let it go so effortlessly. And then other audios would just put me in a blissful state, which was fantastic, because that meant everything to me back then. But then most audios, I would say it was interesting. I would listen, and I'd become aware of belief patterns that I held that were so deeply buried that I didn't even know I had them. And perceptions. And I realized, and also came the awareness of whatever incident or trauma that was tied to. And one of the things I learned through this healing journey is I am extremely empathic, but I not only take on energies, but I take on beliefs and perceptions of other people. So these audios helped me to go back into the trauma or, the incident and kind of find my own voice. And realize, oh, wait a minute, that's not mine. This energy, this perception, this belief is not mine. That's someone else's. That's not, I would take on someone else's perception of what happened. And it wasn't empowering to me, but it got locked in place. But listening to the audios, it was pretty remarkable. They just kind of pointed the way to where the energy was all locked up in my field. But anyway, as time went on, gradually my symptoms just faded and ultimately just vanished altogether. But on top of that, I also became more intuitive, and life became more synchronistic, because what these audios do, all of them, regardless of the topic, is they raise your vibration. They raise your frequency. And, the higher your frequency, the more awareness you have, and the more easily life flows. Not that you don't still have challenges, but it's easier to, remain calm in the middle of a storm and perceive solutions. So, life just got better and better after that, which is great. And then one day I was just making playlists, because I own literally hundreds of these audios. I love them so much. And it occurred to me, it'd be so great to have one central place, quote unquote, where users could just search for what they need, because it's such an effective tool for creating positive change. So that's how I got the idea. And, many haven't heard of this, because as I started talking about my healing journey, I soon realized a lot of people, even in spiritual communities, have never heard of this concept. So wanted to help get the word out. And then, it's just a way to help broadcast higher frequencies, because there's a lot of dark energy on the planet. So at least this is a way to get the higher frequencies out and do our part to help raise the consciousness of the planet.
I have to smile because a lot of times, always, I will play something very high energy, whether it's bhajans or Sai Baba music or something on that end. Or I'll end up with somebody who's done frequencies, and I'll put it on while I sleep. I love doing it that way.
Yeah.
So with all those incredible audio tapes that are available, how would you suggest somebody starting? Give them a direction.
Well, first, I would say download the free audios. They've got well over 30 free audios, and all the healers, pretty much every healer has at least one free audio. healers all have their own unique style. So, and the audios are all different. Some have talking where it's like a guided meditation, except that the healer is actually transmitting frequencies. Some are music, some, like you said, are light language, some are silent. But, I would say first, just download the free audios and just see what healer you resonate with, because that's important. To find a healer you feel you resonate with. And then go from there. Also be sure to read the instructions when the audios are downloaded. The instructions are downloaded as well, so be sure to read that, and also read the cautions. We've got a caution section. Usually it's don't listen while driving or may cause detox symptoms, but be sure you just get all the information before you really start working with these audios.
Well, when you make up your own private personal audio tapes, how do you do it wisely? Because there's different instructions for everything, correct? How do you put together your own tape?
Well, it could a playlist. Well, it could be excuse me. It could be a playlist that's all from the same healer, and typically healers' audios all have the same instructions, because they have the same style. So it could be or you put together one that's all silent audios. A lot of healers have silent audios. It depends. Most of them can be looped. Vast majority of the audios can be looped, whether they're silent or not. You can just put it on mute and loop the whole playlist. So you could have a playlist for money miracles, or one for success, or one for better sleep, and just play all those audios in the playlist throughout the day or while you sleep.
Mm-hmm. Really sounds exciting.
It's a lot of fun, and it's really great. I know that definitely helped me. So I'm a walking testimonial.
Can you play something for us?
Sure. Let me get over to my laptop. Okay. All right, I'm just opening one of the audio.
You are, my friend.
Let's start with that. Okay, so this is Matt Andrews, who speaks light language. That's one example of light language.
Wow, that was interesting.
And here's another example of light language. It's different, but still light language. And that's Jamie Price. And let's see. Let's see. I don't know. I guess I can play a musical track. Actually,
Yes.
Why don't I play one from Michelle Carter?
So this would be for, does she say what the energy work would be for then?
Oh, well, the Jamie Price audio would be for abundance. And the Matt Andrews audio would be for finding your soul's purpose. And then this is Michelle Carter.
Please do listen when it's safe for you to relax and close your eyes during and after this audio. So please do not listen while striving or needing your full focus. Feeling peace and stillness and tuning in to feeling. Just allow yourself to relax. Let go of all thoughts, stress, worries and anxiety, and let them just dissolve or melt away, leaving you feeling peaceful and calm.
And that's Pure Peace and Stillness by Michelle Carter.
I have to say that would be a perfect audio for going through the airport with.
Yes, we also have audios for empath protection. So speaking of going through an airport or a crowded space, we've got a lot of audios to just like protect your field.
Mm-hmm.
I could try to play a music track or, a clip of a music track if you want.
Yes, please.
All right, give me 1 second. Bear with me, I'm just finding where all these are on my laptop. Okay.
No problem. Do 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 do.
Okay, so this track is part of Deep Wave Beauty by Jill Matson, and it has frequencies for collagen and vitamins and firm skin. This is a very popular package. So it's very, very soothing, beautiful music, and you can listen and tighten your skin and look younger.
Well, it's interesting. For those of you that are feelers, I hope you're closing your eyes and paying attention to how the music is affecting your body. Because this last one, I could feel something in my neck, and I was getting chills. Yeah, beautiful. Very sweet.
Yeah. She's got amazing music, and she puts a lot of different frequencies in her music. One of a bunch of her tracks have the Bach flower remedies in them, and then, like I said, the Deep Wave Beauty has frequencies for collagen and firm skin, and she's got angelic frequencies. Just does a lot with frequencies. Beautiful music.
Now, have you done some audios yourself?
No, I haven't.
Okay.
I am an artist, so I...
But you would recommend that when you're doing healing work, that these tapes would be a great plus. And I make healing tools. So in my mind, I'm going, I wonder what would happen if I... played some of these frequencies into my healing tools, and how it would, up the intensity of the healing.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, everything around us, even mainstream science has agreed physicality is illusion. Everything around us is just frequency, energy, vibration. So, certainly in your work, if you play a frequency infused audio, it's going to interact with the frequencies all around you and, and just impact everything and raise the vibration of everything around you, not just people, but the objects. You can use these, while you're eating and bless your food. You could play the audios and with intention, put the frequencies in your water and drink the water. I mean, the uses are just vast. It's really fun for working with frequency.
Well, would you consider this the same thing as something that's subliminal?
I don't know about that. Maybe in some ways, but this is more about frequency. So we're dealing with very subtle energies, not necessarily like messages that the subconscious mind would receive. It's not that.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So for those out there now, I think I saw somewhere in the material that you can actually use these to pull in your divine mate. Did I read that right?
Yeah. We've got a whole relationships category, and I think, we have, a few audios for attracting your soulmate, and they just work to clear any blocks preventing you from attracting your soulmate, and and then just send the frequencies and intention and train you to having a clearer connection with your soulmate and just bringing that person into your life harmoniously.
Well,
as well as frequencies for smoothing out existing relationships. If you're already in a relationship and it's rocky, there are a lot of audios for, peace and harmony. And, you just where, each person shifts to a higher level and you can communicate more clearly. So, there are all kinds of, we've got so many audios. It's great. It's so much fun.
I'm sure everybody can relate to having to go through some bad relationships. And, if you can shift everything by just listening to frequencies, how easier can it get?
Yeah, it's wonderful. We've got a lot of audios for forgiveness too. All the audios really, like I said, just put you in a higher state of mind anyway. So, and life just flows more easily. So any kind of contention or strife in your life, once you start working with high frequency energy, things just eventually smooth out because of the high frequencies. You just get into a calmer state of mind and you perceive the solutions more easily, and you can access your own higher knowing, your own higher self more easily. And you can also play them, anyone and everything around you gets the benefit of these frequencies. So you could just play an audio, say muted at work, and everybody is going to sense those frequencies to some extent. Or you could be in a crowded place like a mall and potentially affect the lives of hundreds of people. And it's really a great way to just broadcast healing frequencies.
Well, for those people that are looking for healing, do you have audios, say, for somebody who's got arthritis in their hands or, cancer or whatever?
Not that specific, but we do have a health category, health and healing, which has a lot of audios. But again, the audios all raise your frequency. It's good to get an audio that is specific to your needs, but even if you don't, it's okay. Like I said, play around with the free audios, get used to the healer, see what healers you resonate with, and then just go in that direction, because the energy is going to go where it's needed. And, and again, of course, we don't make medical claims, use these audios as supplemental to any existing medical treatment. But, any health malady at the core is typically, an energy, a belief pattern, something that's bothering you. So the audios will help you, with the pain relief, but they'll also help you you get clearer on what it is that's bothering you, what is the underlying frequency that's discordant energy, and then they'll help you to release it.
How in the world did you pull together or even find all these healers?
Well, when I had my long span of severe adrenal fatigue with bizarre symptoms, I didn't have any energy, so I would lay around listening to, alternative radio and telesummits because I didn't have energy to do anything else. But that's how I became aware of frequency-infused audios and the healers who create them. So it was mostly from just these shows that I would listen to. And then I would buy these healers' audios, and I knew for myself that these do work. This healer is truly gifted at bringing in these higher frequencies and infusing an audio with these high frequencies. And I just kind of kept a mental list of all these healers that I really liked. And then after I got the idea for the app, I kind of jumped in and started contacting them. Like, would you be interested in being on my app? And they were all like really enthusiastic, which is great. And it's really truly a joy for me to collaborate with healers like this, and just help bring this to the world.
Don't you think it's a little cosmic humor where spirit literally had to put you down in order for you to get it? What your mission was?
Yeah. I don't know. It was a rough ride, but one of the benefits was definitely the idea for this app, PureLight. So, again, it's PureLightAudio.com for anyone who's interested.
Now, is there anybody on there that people can actually talk to and maybe guide them a little bit?
Talk to on the app?
Yeah. Or maybe they, do these people ever do also private consultations?
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah. On the app, each healer has their own screen, and the user can read all about them. And then there's a blurb for services offered and, their website. And so, sure, anyone can just go to their website and, book a session or sign up for whatever services they offer. A lot of them offer, like monthly calls you could sign up for. Sure, that's part of my motivation too, is to help get the word out about these healers because they're so gifted. So sure, it's a great resource for just energy healers.
Wow, nice mission. Nice mission.
It feels good. It's been a joy. It's a lot of work, but total joy, absolutely, and very guided. I mean, from the start, I've been taking direction from my angels and guides, so I've just been, following their lead. But it has been a total joy.
Well, let's get off track just a little bit because you are an artist, and you channel images of Atlantis and high spiritual realms. I think that is so cool. And then with the art, with light, and then you do put the frequencies in there, yeah?
Yes. That's been my experience with frequencies. It hasn't really been audio. It's been more my artwork. And this is just what all my life I've had visions of higher realms and Atlantis. I have a very strong connection with Atlantis. And I was, one of those kids that always looked at the stars and missed home. And I'm sure a lot of listeners could probably nodding their heads like, yeah, me too. So, and then over the years, I fell into 3D modeling, and then I had a way to bring my visions to life. And then as I'm designing, I like kind of channel the frequency of the place and any higher frequencies my guides want to give me, and put that into the image too, so that when others view the image, they can sense the place, and it helps to reawaken any memories. And my website is not PureLight Audio, placesoflight.com. And I've got all my images there. I really where'd I go with that? Yeah, when I get these visions, I have a strong sense of the frequency, and usually the place I am seeing in my mind's eye has a message for us. So when I create the artwork, I actually, type out the message as well, and that's on the website. And, it was over the years that I realized there were other healers who are accessing these frequencies too. And I think these higher frequencies are coming to the planet more and more, and people are sensing them more and more, because I believe I've kind of always had an awareness that this 3D physical reality, linear time kind of earth reality is just illusion. It's so dense, and it's just illusion. There's so much possibility, so much magic just beyond this this matrix. And so part of my passion is, or well, maybe it is my passion, is to help bring these frequencies in to people, to just help people make people more aware of them, whether it's through my artwork or it's through PureLight audio, because there really is, there's so much magic, so much possibility. And, there's so much. We've been dumbed down for too long, and it's time to just reawaken into our power and, just be in the high frequencies and create magic on Earth.
And that was my next thing. What can you recommend for people who want to do earth work and work with the frequencies to help raise the energy and vibration of the planet? Would you say, go buy an earth globe and then send the energies into that globe? Or have you said, maybe somebody needs healing, so you can send that energy, after you've asked them for permission, of course, into a picture? What would you recommend?
Well, everyone is different, but I think it first starts with realizing you are not a limited being who's separate. And we are infinite beings. We are powerful. We are all part of the same consciousness. And you just don't believe the limitations of time and space that have been kind of hammered in from this 3D reality, because we really are truly powerful. And it's amazing when you start raising your frequency, the more light you carry and the more you can do. Meaning, if you, if you have a picture of someone and you want to send them healing energy, you could just purely by intention put the energy into the picture, or just form an image of that person and send the healing energy. I think the higher your frequency and the more light you're carrying, the faster you can broadcast these healing frequencies. So everyone is different. I would say just just keep your thoughts pure, keep your frequency high, and just make sure your underlying intention, motivation is the betterment of whoever you're keeping in mind. The betterment of humanity, the betterment of the earth, and then only good can come of that.
I agree. I agree with everything that you do. I'm really now going to get into the frequencies. And I love putting my own frequencies together, and again, listening them at a subliminal level. And then I have a rock shop. So, to play the frequencies in the rock shop. And I actually have 2 earth keepers, and I have the largest crystal in Hawaii. So
beautiful.
I know, I'm a stoner.
And me too. And crystals are very high consciousness. They're alive. They know.
Oh my goodness, they are.
Mine talk to me. I love just putting them to my ear just to hear the messages. They're amazing.
Oh God, yes indeed. So there's all different ways to use the frequencies, which is really exciting. And I really have to honor you for using the F word and allowing so much to get out there. That truly, truly is divine service.
Yeah, I mean, I can't do it any other way, really, because I want people to really experience these audios, and and the healers too. They're so generous they've been so generous with their audios, and the audios, even the ones that are for sale, they're reasonably priced. They're audios for plenty for 99 cents, $1.99. On up. A lot of them just in the teens. They're very affordable, so it's not like anyone has to break the bank for these high frequencies. And on the app,
we got them free.
Sorry, what was that?
Said, and you have so many that are free.
Yes, absolutely. That's important. I think it's important to be generous, and users, from the feedback I've been getting, they really appreciate it. They love the app and really love the free audios, and it's a great way to just just sample a healer and get to know them. Because you can see, you can get a sense of a healer's style. And and then you can move forward from there. From the free audios, you can buy, get some of their paid for audios, or you can go ahead and contact them for a session. It's just, I think it's a great way to just get healing frequencies out.
Oh God, yes, the alternative medicine. I love it.
Yes.
I was so excited when I saw you on Twitter. I meet the coolest people on Twitter. And,
that's great. That's good to know. You never know on Twitter who's finding you and liking your posts.
Well, it's all divine. That's how I look at it. And
yes, absolutely.
I think Spirit brings me the coolest people to bring on to share. Because I'm into quantum leaping the world into divine enlightenment and getting that energy out. And this is part of it. It's all about, like you said, frequency and, like when we do the energy work on air, it's really putting out, a high energy frequency also when you do light work. And I really believe that when the white magicians do their job, we will really quantum leap into enlightenment. And they are, we are doing it. You can see it. You can see the positive. You can see the dark side, but the dark side is taking hits now like they've not ever have before. And,
the dark can't exist in the light anyway. And I believe it's synergistic with so many people working with the light and embodying the light and coming into their power. And it's really beautiful. It's a really exciting time.
Oh, it is. There's so many awakened beings, and, it's just not one or two people awakening, but you've got whole groups, like the kids woke up, and then the woman, they're going, we ain't doing this no more. And it matters. It's making a difference like not ever before. And I really believe all those kids were from the 60s. And they've come back reincarnated, but this time they won't get screwed up with drugs, if you know what I mean, because it's already out in the lives.
Yes.
Yes. So it is exciting. So to come on to even more audios that are infused with frequencies, and all you got to do, guys, is play it. No muss, no fuss, no belts, no pins. And if you don't want to listen to the day, oh God, I know, does that age me, right? You can play it while you're sleeping, and it does work. I mean, I do it all the time. So
beautiful. It does work. It's just wonderful. And we are, because, it's important we see ourselves as energy. I mean, we are energy. Our bodies are energy. And, your thoughts are energy. They're a frequency. So, if you play an audio that's infused with high spiritual frequencies, you do start to entrain to those frequencies. So, it makes sense.
I have to ask you this question, and I didn't see it on when I went on the website, and I didn't have a lot of time to look, though. Do they have frequencies for negating chemtrails or helping, disperse radiation or anything like that?
There is an audio for dispersing EMFs and radiation, harmful effects of radiation. So yes, but the audio list is always growing. Healers have been so wonderful, and they're constantly submitting new audios. We've got plenty more in the queue. So every time a new audio is published, users get a push notification. So there's always fresh content. So I'm sure there are many more coming soon for EMFs, radiation, and maybe just even helping to purify the earth.
Real quick, because you mentioned Dr. Emoto. I read the book, and I'm in Hawaii, so I went down south, and there was a pond, and a very, very polluted pond. So I took a bottle of very clean water, mineral water, and I stuck it in the pond. And then I commanded the water elemental to mirror the bottle of water. And when I went back the next day, at least 2 feet all the way around the bottle was perfectly clean.
Beautiful. Oh, I love it.
So
see, we're like amazing beings. I think this 3D reality, society in general, just hammers in that we're so separate and limited and powerless and stuck in linear time. But really, we're capable of miracles. We can do so much, and that's wonderful what you did.
Well, it's a planet of magic.
Yeah, it is. Absolutely.
And, everything, when you get into it, it just gets more magical. It's exciting.
I know.
Yeah.
I know.
I love the earth, don't you? Do you actually? I said I love the earth, don't you?
Oh, me too. Love the earth.
Now, real quick, when you fly, do you play frequencies when you fly?
Yes, because I am extremely empathic. So yes, I will play, some of the empath protection frequencies. Helps a lot.
Okay. I'm only asking because I'll be flying. All right, what else are you doing that I need to know about before we go?
Or just play them when you're at the airport too. Charge your field with light, and then it'll just make the plane ride, more bearable.
Yeah, well, you want to give something to the pilots too, so they're awake and alert.
Everyone around you gets the benefit of the frequencies. So, sure.
Oh, this might be fun. Oh my God.
It is.
Yeah, going to the family affair. Why is everybody getting along? I don't know. Everybody's in a good mood. Go figure. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, you betcha I will.
Yeah. And once again, the website is PureLightAudio.com, LIGHT. So, just go to the website, and there are links to download the app. And we will soon be offering content on the website as well, so users will not need a smartphone. So that's the next big project, and that is coming in the spring.
Oh, awesome! Well, thank you so much, Ellen, for coming on tonight, and actually for putting together your app.
Oh, it's been a joy, and thank you so much for having me. It's been a lot of fun.
Oh, good. So guys, if you want to change your life and do it easy with frequencies, it's PureLight app. You can do it. And on that note, we are going to end the show, and I hope you all have a lovely week, and God sends you some heart's desires, and keep focusing on the light. It is more important now than ever that light takes hold of the planet like never before. And, all you have to do is chant, may divine enlightenment descend on everyone now. May divine enlightenment awaken within everyone now. And, go to the app and put out some frequencies. That's definitely going to help.